Welcome to Bonesaw Poker. I'm Brad, and in this video, we're going to do a review on the Derby Club Poker, or Wynn Derby as they like to call it on their website. So let's get into it. Derby Lane Poker Room, or as they like to call it, Wynn Derby Poker Room. So that's over in St. Pete. So here's Florida. It's on the west side. Let's zoom in. So we have Tampa over here, Hard Rock is over here, and if you're getting to Derby Lane, used to be a dog track as well. If you're coming from the airport, you take 275. Otherwise, you take Gandy Bridge, and right in here. And here's Derby Lane. There's the track that they used to use. And so you're more than likely coming from that direction. If not, from 275, you're going to come in from this direction. And huge parking lot, and Amazon uses that now. Here's the street view. Here's where you can see where all the Amazon trucks are. If you're coming from the Hard Rock, you'd be coming from there. And Beer Can Beach is over that way. And if you're coming from 275, you'd be coming in from that way. And here's your entrance right up here. So easy enough. And there's your entrance. Wynn Derby uses Poker Atlas. So if you don't have that downloaded on your phone, you might want to do that. So I took various screenshots of Poker Atlas while I was there. This was around 9:50 when I was on the waiting list. One table of 1-2 going with waitlist for 1-3 prime, and then one table of 4-8 going. At 12:30, I took another shot of Poker Atlas while I was sitting at the table, and at that point on the 1-2, we have 5 tables going, 9 waiting. The 1-3 prime, 2 tables, 6 waiting, and the 4-8 Omaha high low, 1 table going with 2 waiting. So it's definitely picking up. And this one is at 2 o'clock, where we got 7 tables of 1-2 going, 3 tables of 3-3. 1 table of 4-8, and with waitlist on each one. So definitely picked up. So their hours are kind of weird. They're 10 a.m. to 4 a.m., but on the weekends they're open 24 hours. And they supposedly have 50 tables and a bunch of the carnival games. But when I was there, they probably had 12 tables running. I left at 3:30. They probably were going to have more of the poker tables, and they had about 6 tables of the carnival games going, and they were all pretty busy. So let's cover their promotions. So it's a high hand promotion. Quads are better, and you have to have the pocket pair in your hand. So definitely a tougher promotion to hit. So on the Friday and Saturday one, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., the high hand gets 500, and then they deal out a card to every player at the table, and whoever has the highest card draws the 250. And then 2 people win, so it's 500, 400, 300, and then from 8 to 11, it goes back to the 250. So that's kind of neat that just sitting there can potentially get you a high hand payout. So the 1-3 prime, it is a buy-in for 300 to 1,500, and you get $500 for 50 hours of play in a month, free booze, and according to the dealer, after 5 hours they give you a $15 food voucher. It seems to me like it would just rack up on your card, but that's what the dealer said. The players at the table said that this really plays like a 2-5 or 5-5, that almost nobody buys in for less than the max of 1,500. It's for the people that want to play big. and that there's a bit of gamble at that table. So it's an interesting game. So let's talk food at Derby Lane. You can eat at the tables. You can order off their menu, and they'll bring the food to you on a tray, and you can eat right there. Unlike Tampa Hard Rock, where you can buy a Reese cup from a person walking by, and if you want to eat down at the snack bar, you have to eat down at the snack bar. You can't eat at the table. So this was kind of nice. A guy next to me, he ordered the special, which was roast beef, potatoes, broccoli, and Texas toast. A lot of people were ordering breakfast. I mean, the prices are not out of whack. I mean, they're not Waffle House, but you're not at the Waffle House, and they're not ridiculous pricing either. So you can see that you can get um, breakfast for a reasonable price. And um, when I was there around noon, I mean, they were a lot, I'd probably say 40-50% of the people had ordered food by then. So food must be good. I did not get anything, but I definitely like the fact that you can eat at the table. It makes me want to go back there over Hard Rock just for that sake. Well, there's other reasons too. If you're into tournaments, they have that. A lot of them are, pretty reasonably priced, 60, 80, and they do have some bigger ones, 125, 250, and they're pretty fast time levels, in my opinion, and it is a um, big blind ante as well. The big blind has to ante the same as what the big blind is, so they're speeding it along, in my opinion, compared to uh, tournaments that I've played online, where it's a slower pace, or at least feels slower because it's online. With the ante in there as well, it feels more like a turbo or hyper turbo. When I played a lot of these cheap ones like this with fast structure, it was, I mean, people are shoving any ace, any pair. It's just get it in, let's go. But as you can see, they do quite a few tournaments, so if you're a tournament player, there might be something there for you as well. Now, time for the verdict. How was the trip? Overall, it was good. It started out a little slow. I got there around 9:45ish and got on the wait list and got on a table around 10:20, 10:30, somewhere in that area. And we only had two tables of 1-2 going, or no, 4-8 going. And I thought, wow, this thing would be much. And it looked like a bunch of OMCs. People were buying in short, which happens at the Hard Rock, but it's usually one player. We opened up a new table and it was three people that bought in for 60. And of course, they ended up having to rebuy. So my hopes weren't high at that point, but by noon, it was busy. A lot more tables. I think we may have had like 10 tables going at that point. People were ordering food. Food looked great. That was a nice thing. That was a big selling point over Tampa Hard Rock, that you could eat at the table. So if you put in a long session, you've got some food there, and the prices are reasonable. Dealers are friendly, very good. But again, in Florida, you don't catch too many bad dealers. Overall, they're pretty good. And later on, we had like 3 tables of the 1-3 prime. We had like plenty of tables of 1-2. So if you wanted to move, you could. Promotions are okay, not great, but and you can do simulcast on dogs and horse racing as well, which is cool. So if you want to do any wagering there, you can do that there as well. So overall, it was a good trip. And would I go there again? Definitely. Would I go there over the Hard Rock? For me, it's a convenience issue. I can leave my front door, get to the Hard Rock, park in the parking garage, be down the escalator, on a table in 20 minutes. It's at least a 40-minute drive just over to Derby. And Hard Rock's 24 hours a day, so if I want to start early in the morning,
It's a little easier to do so, and there'll be enough tables going. But I liked it. I would definitely go back. So after I do my different poker room tours, I'll probably be going back there a little bit more often. It was a pretty good experience. Now the player types, players definitely overvalue top pair. People are getting burned a lot with that they can't let it go, even though there's, 4 to a straight, 3 or 4 to a flush. So it's a beatable game, that's for sure. So that's my review of Derby Lane, or Wynn Derby as they like to call it. So if you're ever over in that area and want to play poker, definitely go on in and have some fun.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like. For Bonesaw Poker, this is Brad. And remember, everything you want is on the other side of fear.